Hello guys, this is Philip and today we will be talking about moving in England, living in England and searching the place to live in England. As you know, I lived in England for 5 years. It was the greatest time of my life and I would probably never forget it until the day I die. The process of moving into England is quite easy but also very difficult. I know it doesn't make sense, but if you're now in the middle of your process to move somewhere else, you probably know what I mean. There's so much paperwork to do, there is so much stuff you need to figure out before moving, and most definitely you will forget half of the things that are the most important. So today we will be talking about searching the property and look for the right accommodation that can fit you right. There are different types of properties that you can live in. I lived in a family house with my friends. We shared one large house that was really ugly and old in the very bad neighborhood, but it was fun, and it was cheap because that's what usually is when it's bad neighborhoods and it's old and ugly house. But if you have any funds that can provide you with something better, I could recommend you to live close to the city center within the walking distance. The location of the house is very important because make sure you live within a walking distance from your job or school. You can save so much money on just walking there instead of using bus, train and everything. And the time is pressure and you will need it. Now we will talk about 6 things that you will need to sort out before moving in. The first one is make sure you have your passport valid. Don't think that ID that we have in Czech Republic is going to be enough, because in England they don't like our IDs, they only prefer passports, and if you don't have the passport, you're lost. Even if you want to go to the nightclub, you either have to have your driver license or your passport. Proof of earnings is number 2. It's basically really important to have some cash flow in your bank account to prove the lettings agency that you can afford to live in the place you're trying to rent. The lettings company needs to know that you are reliable, and in any case that you would lose your job or anything, you can handle the situation and you will still pay your rent. If you already work in England, just go to see your manager and ask them to provide you with the confirmation of employment that the agency might actually need to see that you are reliable and that you're actually earning some money, not just spending it. If you have a nice relationship with your manager, make sure you tell them about you trying to look for a different place to live. They might make the employment confirmation a little nicer than is expected, and it might do it. The agency will see that you have a healthy relationship with your manager or boss and that your job is actually well secured because you are well appreciated in your workplace. If you're going to see your manager, make sure you check that you have your employment contract with you as well. Because if you don't, you might ask for a free copy if you lost yours as I did. If you're moving to England for the first time and you don't have a job there yet, you will need to find a guarantor who will actually be financially responsible for you not being able to pay the rent. That might be your parents, as it was in my case. If you're not lucky enough, you can always ask your friends who somehow earn some money that could actually cover your rent in the case you couldn't. There are a few tips you might want to follow while looking for an apartment. Make sure you're looking for a furnished apartment or semi-furnished apartment, because you don't want to spend your money on furniture that you might leave in England while moving out, if you will be moving out. Okay guys, that's it for today. If there is something I didn't say you want to know, feel free to drop a comment. And while dropping a comment, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. Next time we will be moving about what impact has moving abroad on your actual life. I'll see you then, bye.